Get ready for the morning rush.
Quick wrap of your news and weather, and we'll start with Kristen Curry now.
Good morning. Next big weather maker coming in the form of a lot of moisture across the state. We will continue to watch the cloud cover fill in over western New Mexico today with a few spot showers in the forecast. Albuquerque, not great when it comes to the rain chances, and we have more sunshine expected over the eastern plains later on today. Crystal?
As you get ready to head out the door, following the day's top local stories, we start with Catherine Mazzone.
So the jury is expected to see the lapel video from the day that police shot and killed homeless camper James Boyd. Today marks day 2 in the high-profile case of Dominique Perez and Keith Sandy, former APD officers. The state told the jury yesterday Boyd was following police commands when he's seen going down in lapel video. But defense claims he had already been shot. The first 2 witnesses of the trial took the stand yesterday. More on key testimony from the chief of police coming up in the 5 Facts. Sarah?
City councilors grilled Chief Gordon Eden over a special report recently released by the DOJ Monitor. City councilors had many concerns why the people of Albuquerque should have confidence in APD leadership. This after a special report was released by Monitor Dr. James Ginger on Friday. It came down hard on APD for its lack of continued accountability when officers use force. But Chief Gordon Eden says that they are 100% dedicated to reform. Crystal?
I'll take it, Sarah. Thanks. This morning, a corrections officer and 3 inmates are recovering after a big fight at MDC last night. Officials have not figured out what triggered that scuffle, but they say it could have been racially motivated. So far, 10 inmates have been sent to segregation over that incident. The corrections officer hurt his back trying to break up those inmates.
Happening now, world leaders are arriving in New York City this morning, where they're set to meet for the United Nations General Assembly. Here's a live look of that. The conflict in Syria will be at the top of their agenda. This after at least 12 aid workers and truck drivers were killed yesterday when their convoy was hit by airstrikes near Aleppo. UN officials say the convoy was delivering emergency aid and supplies for 78,000 people.
Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump are trading jabs over national security in the wake of the recent terror attacks. Yesterday, Clinton attacked Trump for what she calls making irresponsible, reckless rhetoric, while Trump accused Clinton of, quote, turning ISIS loose on the world. The 2 contenders go head-to-head in their first presidential debate in less than a week now.
On to new news this morning. Former President George H.W. Bush could be bucking his party's presidential nominee to vote for Hillary Clinton come November. According to a new report, Kathleen Kennedy Townsend, daughter of Robert Kennedy, posted a Facebook picture with her and Bush with the caption, "The president told me he's voting for Hillary." A spokesman did not confirm nor deny that report.
We asked for the facts. We asked for answers, and we clearly got it through the video.
Newly released videos prompting the Justice Department to launch an investigation into an officer-involved killing of an unarmed black man. Video shows Terrence Crutcher had his hands in the air before he was shot by a white police officer in Tulsa, Oklahoma on Friday. Over the weekend, police said Crutcher did not follow commands. Kristen?
Today's Metro Threat Index added 2 only because if we do see anything within the Albuquerque area, it's just going to be a little bit of some light rain. As far as the timing of this goes, it'll be more so this afternoon into the overnight hours. I do expect this Metro Threat Index, that is, to climb over the next couple of days. Crystal?
A Las Cruces mom convicted of one of the state's most horrific child abuse cases will be released from prison soon.
Stephanie Renee Lopez was convicted and sentenced to 27 years for child neglect after her daughter, known as baby Brianna, was killed. Authorities say the baby had been sexually assaulted and had broken bones. Brianna's father and uncle were also convicted. According to the Las Cruces Sun News, Lopez is scheduled to leave prison on Sunday after serving less than half of her sentence.
This morning, the parents of a fallen New Mexico officer are asking for your help as they try to stop vandals from destroying their son's memorial again. 8 years ago, New Mexico State Police Officer Chris Mirabel died in a motorcycle crash while on the job. A metal cross from his memorial in Alamogordo has been taken or damaged 4 times this year. The family says they've reported it to police every time. So far, no one's been caught.
Class is scheduled to be back in session at Eisenhower Middle School this morning after a threat canceled school yesterday. That school near Juan Tabo in Spain was evacuated around 7 a.m. on Monday after APD said somebody sent an email to the principal and law enforcement saying there may be a bomb or active shooter at the school. Police say they did not find anything.
Heavy construction on the Albuquerque Rapid Transit Project will begin October 17th. You'll see workers on the north side of the street between Cedar and Ash and out at University and Central doing median work. They'll be doing the same between Stanford and Girard, Wellesley and Carlisle, and Washington and Monroe. Kristen?
All right, we'll take a look at the traffic situation out there. No major incidents out there on the interstates, but we do have a reported accident, McMahon at Unser, and that reportedly is involving a pedestrian. So you are going to want to avoid that area. Everything else looks good across the metro.
Well, Balloon Fiesta is just weeks, well, it's 11 days away now. It's coming up, and there's a lot of work that goes into preparing for the city's biggest event. This weekend, several groups, including Keep Albuquerque Beautiful and Parks and Rec, are encouraging volunteers to grab a trash bag and help clean up trash around Albuquerque. You can pick up free bags and gloves at the Balloon Museum this Saturday from 9 to noon.
Speaking of Fiesta, Fiesta officials are hosting a paint night at Balloon Museum next month. You'll be able to paint alongside other guests while enjoying a prime view of the balloon glow and fireworks. The event costs $35. That does include all of the materials you need. We posted more information on the paint night and balloon glow on our KRQE News app.
That would be fun.
Wouldn't it
yeah.
be fun?
Sounds fun. All right. Time now for the 5 facts you need to know.
And we start with number 5. Sample some locally grown food while helping the Albuquerque Biopark. Tickets for the Heritage Farm Harvest Dinner in October are on sale right now. Guests get to sample the fare grown there, including a 4-course meal and dessert. You want details on this? Head on over to our KRQE News app.
Number 4, a New Mexico woman is making history today. 18-year-old Anissa Martinez is set to become the first female from New Mexico to enlist in the U.S. Army and fight right next to men in combat. Martinez is an Espanola Valley High School grad, and since the military dropped its gender-based restrictions last year, women have been slowly integrating into combat arms units.
At number 3, change is coming. Have a lot more moisture moving in over the state today. A lot of cloud cover over western and central areas. I do think, though, those rain chances will still be pretty isolated, favoring the western state line and the southwest and south central areas. As far as the temperatures go, another day above average in the upper 80s, but cooler temperatures and better rain chances arrive tomorrow.
On to number 2 now. The man accused of placing bombs in New York City and in New Jersey is waking up in the hospital this morning. Ahmad Khan Rahami, an Afghan immigrant, is also facing charges of attempted murder after a shootout with 2 police officers. Federal prosecutors are preparing a list of terrorism charges against the 28-year-old, saying they've directly linked him to Saturday's explosions in both cities and 5 more bombs found near a New Jersey train station. Investigators are also looking for 2 other men seen in surveillance video the night he dropped off a bag containing the pressure cooker. We'll stay on top of the story and let you know the latest.
Number 1, in just hours now, jurors in the murder trial against 2 former Albuquerque police officers are expected to see lapel video from the moment James Boyd was shot at the foothills. A policing expert is also set to finish testifying in court. Both sides gave their opening statements yesterday. Prosecutors say that Boyd was getting ready to surrender when officers Keith Sandy and Dominique Perez killed him. The defense argues they had no choice but to shoot. You can watch day 2 of that trial in a live stream when it begins this morning on the KRQE News app.
We have a lot more coming up on our next show over on KRQE this morning. It's Tuesday, which means it's my favorite segment, Science. We are going to be making a rocket launcher with the National Museum of Nuclear Science and History.
That does sound like a lot of fun. Plus, we're also going to find out new information about Larry Barker's latest investigation.
It's all coming up on Fox New Mexico. We'll see you on the other side after the break.